get started. Battle wounds. They look pretty decent, don't they?
Yeah.
That's how you do it. You improvise, use what you got. You experiment. You don't just take man's word for it to here's how you got to do it, you know?
You do your own thing.
That's right, you do your own thing. No, nobody can ever say we ain't original. That's for damn sure.
Here's somebody creeping up on you. What do you mean? I mean, this dude, he's not worried about nothing. You think he's some kind of ninja? Huh? He's some kind of ninja, you think? He's got a little squirrely there for a minute.
So there's money in them as long as you study what your area, know what your base is going to be, your customer base is going to be, how much they're going to pay for them. Watch out, you know, as far as I said, your warranties. Watch what you pay for them. Never pay over scrap price for a used, busted machine. You know, you may get it at home, find it something very small, minor to fix. You may find that it's something major, but at least you can have yourself some parts. I'm gonna do something with this dryer. I don't remember. Oh yeah, it's good. This. Fix that. A little bit of this. Crazy glue.
Metal, rubber, plastic, ceramic will last. Whatever gets broken, crazy glue can fix fast. Let crazy glue do it. Crazy glue. Let crazy glue do it. Let crazy glue.
Imagine we can take this off. Oh yeah, stays on when we shut it. Good to go. We're making progress around here. You're gonna be rich before you know it. This is just a start. These two machines are gonna be a start of something good for us. And can you afford to provide that service or that product to them? Do you stand behind your work? What you have to also do is decide that if a machine does fail on somebody in a short period of time of getting it from you, and here's where I've always had a hard time. If people could call me and they could tell me, you know, a day, 2 days later, some of them even give you the story where, you know, well, we took it and as you aware, we were remodeling and we just got the house done, and I know we bought that a month ago, but we just put it in and that ain't working. You see my hand? That's quite the angle there, eh? Okay. I gotta get a drink. That'll warm me out. Let's see if we can get a little more light on the topic of the subject. I got all this fancy gear here today. How's that? I can't see nothing. Okay, so here we got our tools we're gonna need here. You need a ratchet, extension. I don't have all I do have, but I didn't feel like looking for them. I'm half blind, so I really can't read that. I think it's like 7/16. Don't quote me on that. You put that in there now. You see that's turning down there. That means we're gonna have to get inside there. We're gonna have to get down and dirty. First things first, we gotta put our hat in speed and strength or position. Reach down here, hold that, and hopefully that'll break loose. Get it loose. We're gonna be in good shape here, boys. Don't worry about it. We got it. We got it. Ah, there we go. There we go. Piece of cake. Now you don't have to hold that no more. You can turn your hat back around, put it on cruise control, Out she comes. And if you're got a little oomph to you, don't take long, you ain't gotta use that wrench. Air wrenches are optional. They just make too much noise when you're trying to do stuff like this. It's a little, not much quicker. You got speedy hands like me. Voila. Hopefully you don't run into something like this. See that? That's one I did not too long ago, and it was so rotted in there the bolt broke off. Had to re-tap it. So this should pull right up for us. Oh, would you look at that? That's beautiful. Some of them are cantankerous. If you look down in right here, right, see, right, yeah, right there. That whole thing has to come out right, and it should. Sometimes this is cantankerous. It's right here. There's not even any dog ears in here. I love human beings, but I gotta tell you, a lot of them are idiots. I mean, they just got completely destroyed. This is what they look like right here. The little gears on the end of them, they get worn out. So it's not really a big job, but I get back with you. Toodaloo. I'm gonna make biscuits and gravy. I got my oven already warmed up. I haven't made biscuits and gravy for a long time. Boom! Boom! These are the jumbos. Okay, let's put them in the oven and let them do the thing. See no wire. Make sure I got that set on the right temperature. I think it's 350. All-purpose flour. Yes, sir, Bob. Let's make sure we open it up here. Yep. Let's get it everywhere. Okay, there we go. And we did get it everywhere. That's good enough. We don't care about that. Everybody's got their own different way of making gravy. Come on, I ain't got time to mess around. Come on. You coming in? I gotta get rid of these cats. They're gonna cut my brake, let them come in. They're gonna throw them a few pieces of sausage, but they're being stupid. Come on. Alright, now we can concentrate. Evolution, my ass. Cats are just as dumb as they ever was. Now, depending on how thick you want your gravy. Alright, I believe we got enough here. I mean, I'm just one man. I just add a little bit of water to it. I know what you're thinking. That's the way I like to do it. I got me some sausage here. Be a good place for a guy to have a knife, don't it? Yeah. Okay. Nothing staged here, folks. This is real. This is real life. Welcome to real life at the shop. Waterly down gravy. Papa always said if it don't taste good, just add more pepper to it. Well, you got a decision. You got to make a decision on whether you're going to stay in it with those kind of people, in those types of situations. How hard-nosed you going to be about it? How desperate are you? How desperate are you? I've always kind of looked at it on the basis of my impressions of an individual that I'm dealing with. I can tell if somebody's going to be a problem buyer. And just like the guy that came look at that refrigerator we got going the other day, I don't forget people like that. They prove to be a valuable lesson in life. You know, he knows what he's doing when he brings them kind of people to you. And that guy I knew right off, he was a problem. So I refused to sell it to him. Even if he wanted to buy it, he was in the understanding he could look at it all he wanted. But he wasn't taking it out of here. I wasn't going to have that. I knew that guy was a problem. Well, we're off to get us some dog ears. Bow wow. For that Whirlpool wash machine that I've been working on. And we're also going to be working on that dryer a little bit today. Get them out of here. Get this building empty. Oh. Beautiful day. 76 degrees already at 8:56 in the morning with 89% humidity. Welcome to my world. You never get used to the humidity. It'll make you sweat badly. I lost my helper. One of my helpers. Of course, I fired the old dude. And I say the old dude because he was the oldest helper I had. He kept coming in drunk and high. I got no problem with that stuff unless you're on my clock and you're screwing my shit up. And I got a real problem with that. Man, them bushes look good for weed eating. I get excited when I come up with something new, and then I get on the internet and I look and I say, damn, man. But it doesn't mean you're not original. You give yourself some credit. They say, how come you don't have an electric gate? You've been down here all them years and you don't have an electric gate. Well, I can give you about 8,000 reasons why. And they all have dollar bill sign on them. Let's just say hypothetically that I had $8,000 to throw into an electrical gate. Why would I do that? I'm perfectly capable of getting out of the damn truck and opening up the gate. Well, let's see how we get her here. Let's see if she turns out. She may not turn out. I don't know. Have to back up and punt. I don't know. Thickening up already. He's done. And we're going to put her on low here. Let's taste it. Let's see what we got. Perfect. Right amount of salt, right amount of pepper. She's good, boys and girls. Turn this on low. I think I got the right one. I didn't the other day. I don't really see my burn spot there. Well, let's see here. Yep. I could have been a professional chef, but I opted out. I cooked for a president one time, President Kennedy. Well, I ate at a restaurant that was owned by a guy who once cooked for president. Pretty much the same. Yeah, it's excellent tasting too, I'm telling you. But that there, I'll eat every bit of that. Probably not, but I'll eat a bunch of it. Now, you know what I like to do? I like to take my eggs, set them right on top of it. Voila. Voila, voila, whatever, wah. Then, oh yeah, folks, more of that good heart attack mix right there over top. Busted the daggone egg. You gotta be careful. Thank you, Lord, for this meal and for giving me the ability to be able to cook it up, and I just appreciate everything you do. Amen. But there's some folks I understand. You get yourself in a situation where it's dinner on the table, or you let people run over you. When I was a young man, I've been in that situation, and I let people run over me. So when you hear me talk, I sometimes I'm talking, and you got to understand, I'm talking in the state of mind of a well-seasoned man. So now, first thing is lift the lid. You want to pop this center out right here. This is called your agitator. This is in the center of the drum here. It goes back and forth, and see what this one's doing right here? It's just spinning. Pop that center cap out, reach your hand down in there, and it's going to be grummy and grimy in there unless it's a new machine that's never had any soap ran through it. And you pull out this little cover. It's a clear plastic cover. As you can see, it's not clear, but it is plastic. So I'm going to lie to you just a little bit of that. Oh, there we go, a little technical difficulty. Okay, I don't know how much you missed there, but let's start over. Today it's pretty simple. We're going to take this push machine right here. It's a Whirlpool. You've seen it in one of the videos, I'm sure. Ultimate Care 2, one of the best they ever made in the world. It's still running today, folks. It's going to lift the lid. I was just messing with you. I knew it was pointing up the whole time. Did you stay with me, or did you leave thinking, well, this blooming idiot? About a month ago, I got a hankering for a root beer float, which A&W root beer is one of my favorites. I used to hang out at A&W Drive-In in my hometown. Back in the day, it was a hangout spot. You had the car hops, and no, I'm not talking about back in the 50s either. Talking about back in the 80s. But anyway, once I tasted it again, I was like, huh. Because it had been so long since I'd had a root beer even. But a root beer float. But now they've become a, not a routine thing, but more frequently than they used to. Okay, the other camera died. I don't know if either one of them has good quality picture, but here's what it looks like. As you see, I stopped right here at the bottom of that water line. Now, that quest line does give some, so that's a good thing. We are above, right where I want to be. New wall section will also, it'll go right to there. And then I'll have to put me a small section here, and I'll have to build me a section here to go above the drain. Same thing over here, but I'm satisfied with that, the way that looks, and I'll get it secure enough there that it'll hold the baseboard heat. This is heated with baseboard inside here. That's exactly what I wanted. Man, you don't hardly ever get exactly what you want, so that's pretty doggone good, right? Been around, seen some things, and I'm not short in tolerance and heart. It's just that I'm short with time. I just don't mess with stuff too long if I know where it's going to head in the first place. Unless it's positive. If it's bad and I see where it's heading, I shut it off or try to. That's done. We got good rotation on it. Whoop! I didn't have the cap on there. Well, she ain't ratcheted now. What's going on there? Yeah, man. Yeah, take that back. Well, what seems to be the problem? Didn't they? Oh, yeah. Too many of these in there to a problem. There you go. Tight. I used 1,100 pound pressure on that instead of 1,099.9. They're catching good. Okay. So I'm applying paint, and this is that top board that's going behind the toilet. And when you're doing those kind of things, it doesn't hurt to just go ahead and paint all the edges. Like this here, you're not going to see all of it, but you might see a little bit of it when you're standing there washing your hands at the sink. And depending on which way you set this thing, you can't do it wrong. If all sides are painted, Good. That's just first coat. That's maybe all I put on them too. I mean, going in the bathroom, not going in the homes and gardens, Vanity Fair. We're going to nail this to the step. So what are you going to do? Going to nail this to the step? Right uphill.
Get out of here. Go. Oh, get. Stupid thing. I'm trying to tell it nicely, but it won't listen. Gotta cold cock it every time. That just ain't right. We got to. We have another board running out there, don't we? What does we do if I can get it? We do if I can get her. I don't know if I'm gonna get her. So we'll try. Oh, we didn't get it. We didn't get it. Yeah, we did. Alrighty. That's good. That's really good. Let me put that.
Man, I nailed it. Okay, well, I had to reroute a couple water lines in there, so I'm going to, those look good, I'm gonna eat those. I got grapes. Allergies are happening today, boy, she's humid out bad. I bet it's 1,000% humidity today. Yesterday about 1,010, so it ain't so bad. Grapes, wine in a pill form. Aren't you glad you joined me today? So Sir's got the board in there in place that we're going to use. It's one that we took out, part of the old wall that we took out, but it's going to work perfect. You're right, Sir. Yeah, it's going to go in there perfect. So all I'll have to do is come up. You can see right there, just come up a little bit right there and extend my runner on this side over here. Once I put my back plate in on this wall to get to sandwich them together, it's going to be sturdy enough. I'll remount the heater, which was mounted right here before, and I'll remount it. Holes already there. There's some holes here for heat to go through, and then cut that out and put a screen in it. Nothing fancy. I'll throw some white paint on that board. I put me a couple more little pieces of wood here, but I just had them pieces laying around out there in the shop and that screen. That'll allow plenty of heat to get back in there on the water lines during the winter time. That plus the heat tape, that ought to keep things good. I mean, we don't get that super cold around here. I mean, we get cold, but not for very long. Long enough for stuff to freeze up. Sir, you've been digging back in there. You little butthole. Or maybe not. Have you found something? I rerouted those water lines here and got them back on the other side of the drain. It was on this side of the drain. That's not from a leak. That's just from where I took the lines apart and lost some water. That'll dry up and be just fine. So, progress right here. That much of a gap. And then, see, I'll frame this. And then, of course, we'll run our wall all the way around. All the way around to here. And then we'll just cap it. We'll just put a cap on top of it. But we're going to come plain enough far enough back behind here that this lid's going to come off easy enough on that toilet. We're going to leave a hole there to expose that shut off. We'll leave a hole there to expose the main shut off back there so we can reach in and shut it off. And that'll do it. Then we'll come over and refurbish this sink area. Let's shut that water off. Nothing's leaking. Good shape. Good shape. Nothing but a leaky faucet dripping. Looks a lot better. Could have went a little lower here. Can you?
Yeah.
Kind of makes it look a little shady.
Shady.
I mean, if you're satisfied with your work and you want to leave it that way.
No, it's fine.
Faucet. right there. That's a bummer sometimes. That's the way it goes. I'll just have to fix it. Everything good? You coming with me or staying in here? That's what I thought. Best damn cat dog ever. Nothing you can do out there that hadn't already been done, trust me. Couldn't find my pop.
No. Water's better for you.
It is, it's cold.
I can remember the last time I saw you drink water, it said pop.
I drink a lot of water.
I'm setting my water on this side.
Okay, remember you're gonna say we're gonna kick this grass's ankle.
Yeah.
Okay? And then I'm gonna falsely bleep it. What are we gonna do?
We're going to destroy it.
You got one line, son.
We're going to kick this grass's ankle.